من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Respected brothers and elders, mothers and sisters in Islam, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us in the company of the righteous in this world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise us amongst the righteous on the day of Qiyamah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill our lives with mercy and rahmah, as all of us are in the need of the rahmah and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters, for the past few weeks, for many of us, our lives have completely changed. From the way that we look at the world, from the way that we see our own blessings, and for many, the way that we see our own problems in our lives. For many people, their own lives that once they thought to be so difficult became easy looking at the suffering of so many people. But the thing is that whoever we visit, whichever function we attend, and wherever we are joined with individual, by large, we always hear people complaining about problems. And although these complaints that we hear many a times are valid, it is also not correct for us to only focus upon the negatives and to turn the blind eye from all the positive that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with. You know, ingratitude itself, in actual fact, is a plot of shaitan to create within ourselves a sense of ingratitude. When we don't focus upon the blessings, but we only focus upon the difficulties of our lives. You know, as when shaitan was thrown out of Jannah, because of him refusing to bow down to Adam and to obey the commandment of Allah, he vowed to get back to humans, insan, by misleading them and the progeny of Adam, and by making them ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, brothers and sisters, we need to look at what we have. You know, we are enjoying innumerable favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and bounties in our lives. But subhanAllah, and this is something that I hope that every one of us can take back. The true happiness does not lie in acquiring that which we do not have. True happiness lies in making the best of what we already have. Let me say that again. Because for many of us, we're trying to acquire happiness from things that we don't have. If I get that, I will be happy. If I have that, I will be happy. Our entire lives are run behind things to acquire so that we can find happiness. But true happiness cannot be acquired to which we do not have, but rather lies in making the most of what we already have. If you truly want to become happy in your life, make use of the things that you already have in your life. And the root cause of our negativity, our depressions, our complaints, is that we look at those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed more of the dunya than ourselves and the world that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. Most of the negativity in this world, hatred amongst brothers and sisters, feuds between families, depression, and all of this complaints that we hear from the minds of people and the hearts of individuals and from the tongues of mankind, is because we're just looking at what others have, and usually upon those that have more than us. Whereas the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to look at those who are underprivileged and for those who have nothing in their lives. For the past month or so now, brothers and sisters, we have seen, you know, footages and videos and pictures of our brothers and sisters suffering in Gaza. And subhanAllah, even the day that I would consider to be the worst feels like the most pleasant day of my life now. Because we never looked as those individuals who had lesser than us. And we always thought that we had nothing in our lives. And this allows us to appreciate the favors of Allah, as the hadith where Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu mentions that Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم انظروا إلى من هو أسفل منكم. When you need to look at someone, look at the one who has been given something lesser than you. And وَلَا تُنْظُرُوا إِلَى مَنْ هُوَ فَوْقَكُمْ. And don't look towards those who have been bestowed upon favors much greater than you. For indeed, this will, create the aspect of you becoming ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So brothers and sisters, I want to take the next few weeks to talk about some of the greatest favors and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our lives. From the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he said, in the hadith of Amr ibn Maymun al-Adwi radiyallahu anhu قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لرجل وهو يعيده اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس. Where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was speaking to this one individual while speaking to the Sahaba in general, and he said, value the 5 favors of Allah before the other 5. Meaning we are bestowed with so many things, but some things specifics that we all have, value that before it's gone, brothers and sisters. There are hundreds and thousands and millions who have lost these blessings. Let's be grateful and value those. And what is that hadith, inshallah, that we will cover in the next few weeks? The hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Value 4 before the other 5 conditions come upon you. Value your youth, your young age, before an old age comes to you that you're not able to do much. Value your good health before sickness arrives. Your wealth before your poverty. Your free time before you becoming occupied. And your life before death. SubhanAllah, brothers and sisters, in this very particular hadith, Rasulullah ﷺ has urged us, told us to appreciate and value the blessings in our lives before they are replaced with conditions of adversity that can come at any time. Value the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this hadith itself is also comprehensive and applies to every single person who's living on the face of this earth. And this is something that allows us to understand. So to conclude, brothers and sisters, as we are looking into the world affairs and so many things around us, with so many issues and difficulties and complaints, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed and favors us in our lives, let's make the best of it for the value of the time and the blessings in life and health that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. And my final point before I conclude, brothers and sisters, as I said, that when we want to look at happiness in our lives, when we want to look at true comfort in our lives, true happiness can never be acquired by the things that we don't have. But it always starts with the things that we already have in our lives. Make the best of what we already have in our lives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and ability to live our life according to the Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allow us to value our lives, our health, and our wealth, and all of that what we have, and allow us to practice and prepare for the death before it comes. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ.
الله أكبر الله أكبر